For every beloved celebrity voice actor, there's also one that's hated by everyone, and right now, no one represents that divide better than Awkwafina, who much to the movie-going public's dismay, has quickly become one of the most prolific celebrity voice actors in animation.
Us pigeons, we got big hearts too. Ain't that right, guys?
Known for her very recognizable raspy delivery, Awkwafina gives the same performance across nearly every character she voices, never disappearing into the role the way a trained voice actor would.
The chameleon is unlike anyone you've ever faced. She's capable of mimicking any shape.
You know, why don't you tell me something nice? Hey, Scuttle, I like your hair. I like the center part, because the side part looks like it's receding a little bit.
What's worse is that studios keep casting her in everything, with Awkwafina securing roles in movies by every major animation studio from Disney to DreamWorks, even when her voice clashes hard with the tone of the movie.
No, the gossip, the buzz, the who said what, who does that, yeah, the scattlebug.
And while Awkwafina shows how wrong celebrity voice acting can go, this next performance was so good that it changed the entire industry.
Oh, wow! Does it feel good to be out of there? I'm telling you, nice to be back, ladies and gentlemen.
When Robin Williams stepped into the booth as the genie in Aladdin, he reinvented what voice acting could be, treating the role like a playground, improvising so much that animators had to redesign scenes just to keep up.
Let's blow this popsicle stand!
A doorstop would be a fabulous career.
Not bad! Good night, Alice!
Williams didn't just read lines, he performed with his whole body, with improv so hilarious it even broke his co-stars in the booth.
Alright, how do I look?
Like a vampire on a day pass.
In fact, his performance was so groundbreaking that studios started rewriting casting strategy around it. Suddenly, big names weren't just marketing tools, they were potential engines for unforgettable characters.
I don't care what I am! I'm free!
Offer void, we're prohibited by law.
However, when studios chase clout instead of talent, you get a TikTok superstar dropped into a booth with no training, and Charli D'Amelio's performance shows exactly how wrong that can go.
Plus, we've got access to a tactical operations goldfish.
D'Amelio was cast in Stardog and TurboCat at the height of her TikTok fame, with the studio clearly hoping to tap into her massive built-in audience, despite having zero voice acting experience.
I said, we've still got all the broken gadgets and robot parts they threw out of the museum.
And while Charli D'Amelio shows how empty a voice can feel, James Earl Jones shows how a voice alone can define a character forever.
You have forgotten who you are, and so have forgotten me. Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become.
The second Jones speaks, Mufasa immediately feels wise, powerful, and real, a presence that effortlessly transcends beyond the animation itself.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here, and will rise with you as the new king.
His take on Mufasa remains iconic decades later, so much so that Jones was the only cast member who reprised his role from the 1994 Lion King in Disney's 2019 remake.
One day, it'll be my son who rules. Simba will be your king.
From a voice you don't dare replace, to Megan Fox's painfully cringeworthy performance on the 2023 Mortal Kombat game.
Serena's right. Because of Quan Chi's magic, my realm's people are no longer poisoned by sunlight. We've finally escaped the shadows.
Voicing the character of Nitara, Fox faced universal criticism for sounding less like a blood-sucking vampire demon and more like the actress was just reading off of her grocery list.
That blade's enchanted.
It was forged to destroy evil. It's slain many of your vampire kind.
We can't help what we are. That we feed on blood doesn't make us evil.
In fact, it was so weak that developers quietly brought in a real voice actress just to handle Nitara's grunts, screams, and other combat sounds, as they needed someone who actually knew how to sell pain and physicality.
All Earth Realmers will soon know of Eternus. My realm starves, and it's coming here to feed.
But this next performance was redone for an entirely different reason, because when Mike Myers first voiced Shrek, he recorded the entire role in his normal speaking voice.
Hey, I'm no one's messenger boy, okay? I'm a delivery boy.
However, just before the film was finalized, Myers pushed producers to let him re-record the entire movie using a Scottish accent, a move that transformed Shrek into a fully realized character.
When I was approached to do Shrek, originally I did it as a Canadian, and I re-recorded it as Scottish, because that to me seems the most working class. But also too, I have a love of the Scottish people.
The gamble wasn't cheap, reportedly costing millions, but it paid off, with Shrek going on to earn nearly $500 million and become an all-time classic.
Layers! Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
From one of the most beloved voices in animation to one of the most baffling casting decisions ever, Pauly Shore as Pinocchio.
Father, tell me, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see. I want to meet other people.
This wasn't a major studio remake. It was a rushed, low-budget overseas cash grab, and Pauly Shore wasn't just miscast. He was aggressively wrong.
I'm a boy and I'm alive!
The movie flopped instantly, until TikTok discovered the voice and turned it into an accidental meme, giving this Pinocchio an ironic second life online.
Thank you, Daddy. I knew you wouldn't say no. Let's go, Tybalt! Great adventures await!
That's what happens when a celebrity hijacks a character. But Eartha Kitt as Yzma shows what happens when a legend takes control.
This act of highest treason has but one punishment. Death! Guards! Take him away!
Entering the booth with decades of experience across Broadway, cabaret, film, and music, Kitt exudes personality with every line, creating one of the greatest villain performances in animation history.
Oh, you just start watching her face, and you just start seeing Eartha's face and the expression she gets into, and you hope you can capture some of that.
She even recorded a full villain song that was ultimately cut, with the remaining footage serving as a sad reminder of what could have been.
Put an end to my frustration. Now this perfect world begins and ends with moi. What's my name?
But a celebrity's talent doesn't always translate in the booth. Just ask Nicolas Cage, whose performance in Astro Boy just never finds its footing.
That's good, son. Very good. But I don't want you to become complacent. It's important to keep studying.
Cage's character, Dr. Tenma, is supposed to be tragic, a grieving, broken father, but Cage's delivery feels scattered and inconsistent, never matching the emotional stakes of the scene.
You should not be wearing that hat. A robot should not be wearing my son's, Toby's hat.
This isn't the wild, brilliant Cage people love. It's a performance that sounds like the actor is actively daydreaming while recording his lines.
I think I made a terrible mistake. I thought he would be like Toby, but he's not. He's strange. He's very strange.
James Woods does the exact opposite, delivering one of the fastest, sharpest, and most alive performances as the voice of Hades.
I wish you could see yourself. You look fabulous. Did you cut your hair or something? You look like a fate worse than death. You of course, can't see yourself because you don't have eyes.
What makes Hades special is how playful the performance is. Woods treats the role like a live wire, and you can tell how much he loves playing the character.
I've got 24 hours to get rid of this bozo. Well, the entire scheme I've been setting up for 18 years goes up in smoke, and you are wearing his merchandise!
In fact, the actor is always eager to return whenever Hades shows up again, from animation to video games.
That's it! This game is over. I've played by the rules so far.
But not every celebrity brings that kind of life, and Gal Gadot's monotone performance as Shank in Ralph Breaks the Internet is one of the clearest examples of that.
You're not gonna lose me that easy. You might want to keep your eyes on the road.
Instead of embodying a cool, confident racer, Gadot's voice work comes off flat and lifeless. The same criticism she's gotten in several of her live-action roles.
Max Lord, you're putting yourself and everyone else in grave danger. I need you to give me the stone.
Shank isn't disastrous, she's just empty. And in an animated film full of giant personalities, that lack of energy stands out fast.
Hey, you got your phone on you?
You know it.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Bill Nighy, on the other hand, brings so much presence to Rango's rattlesnake Jake that you can hear the danger in every breath.
Sign the damn paper, woman.
Go to hell.
Where do you think I come from? Look into my eyes. I want to see you die.
With a deep background in stage acting, Nighy's pacing and control turn simple lines into something genuinely threatening. You can feel the tension in every word.
Listen close, you pathetic fraud. This is my town.
If I ever see you again, I will take your soul straight down to hell.
The cast of Rango even acted scenes out in live action, and animators shaped Jake's movements around Nighy's delivery.
How you been keeping?
Oh, well, you know.
And then there's James Corden in the Emoji Movie, a performance that represents everything audiences hate about celebrity voice acting.
Come on, man, it's high five. You know me, I'm a favorite.
Oh, fist bump. Come on in.
Lady?
Fist bump? He's a knucklehead.
This is stunt casting at its most obvious, a performance driven entirely by name recognition, not character work, and it becomes exhausting almost immediately.
Oh, I'm never eating another piece of candy ever again.
Corden's voice bulldozes through an already hollow movie, becoming a perfect warning sign of what happens when relevance is prioritized over craft.
Let's roll! Bye, Felicia.
After a performance that hijacks the movie, here's one that holds it together, as Bradley Cooper turned a talking raccoon into the emotional core of the MCU.
I live for the simple things, like how much this is gonna hurt.
What makes Rocket is Cooper's emotional commitment to the role. Cooper treats Rocket like a real person, processing trauma, anger, and pain in real time.
All right, no one's laughing at you. He thinks I'm some stupid thing. He does. Well, I didn't ask to get made. I didn't ask to be torn apart and put back together over and over and turned into some little monster. Rocket, no one's calling you a monster.
That's why Rocket works across multiple films. That's why audiences connect to him. And that's why this performance stands as one of the best celebrity voice roles ever. Not because it's flashy, but because it's honest.
He called me vermin. She called me rodent. Let's see if you can laugh after 5 or 6 good shots to your No.
But it's Dane Cook in Disney's Planes that commits the worst sin of all, delivering a performance that was forgotten almost immediately.
If Mayday will ever give me the weekend off, I'm up for it.
This movie was widely mocked as a cynical Disney cash-in, with Cook's performance as Dusty perfectly matching that energy. Nothing about the performance elevates the film, it just fills space.
Pay attention, you're daydreaming again.
Me? No. Okay, yes.
And while other bad performances become infamous, this one becomes something worse, forgettable, and in voice acting, that's the ultimate failure.
That means a lot. I've gone as far as I can go. I'm busted up, look at me.